Hey, what's happening, Roland? Well, today is Friday, and it's a great day. It's a great fishing day, and we're going to talk all about the week. This is a recap of the week, and boy, I tell you what, it's the last week of January, or no, it's February.
February, first week of February.
It just started February, and the fish are on fire. And I want to show you a couple things. And here's one of my big buddies that just caught 2 trophy bass, Florida trophy bass. How big was the one?
10-6.
And the other one? 8 something.
Eight.
Okay, what we're going to do, we're going to test these fish out just for a second. We're going to release them. We're going to have to first measure them. But here's the first big one. And this isn't the biggest one. Okay, here's the smallest one. Here's the smaller one. Okay, there's the smaller one. That's 8 something. And here's the big one. Now, what we have to do to get a Florida trophy catch, look at that. That's a 10 and an 8. Okay, now what we're going to do is take this tape measure, and we're going to measure them, because we got pictures of them. And we're now going to get the length. And remember this, it's 25. And that one there is 23. Okay, the girth, 25 and 23. The girth is 18 and a half. The girth here is 16 and a half. So it's 18 and a half and 16 and a half. So, okay, what we have, Joe, is Joe's 2 biggest fish. We're fishing shiners today. The fish are on fire. How many fish have we caught?
It's got to be close to 50.
Hey, and another guy on the boat that's on the camera right now is Larry. Larry, I'm going to just take the camera, and if you get up front here, I'm just going to have you talk. Larry, tell me what's going on today.
Unbelievable. Best day of fishing I ever had. Fishing with the legend, Roland Martin. We got to catch 40, 50, 4 to 5 to 6, 8 pound range. But
also, what happened with your big fish?
I've had 2
he had a fish on as big as that 10 pounder, and it got off. Okay, now, what we're going to do is, if you don't mind, let's put them back in the water. Let's go ahead and release them. Let's go ahead and release them. Okay, that's 1. Beautiful release. That's 2. Beautiful release. I think the fish is perfect shape. He swam away. Well, now, that has been just a phenomenal day.
It's only 4 hours of fishing, and we probably had the best fishing of our lifetime.
Absolutely.
It's a 40 or so bass.
Unreal.
And they're hitting like crazy. But here's the thing, and Larry, you can mention, what was the secret deal on what you caught? You caught 4 fish on one shiner?
1 dead shiner.
Now, how did that work?
Insane. I never believe it, but 4 fish on 1 dead shiner, and good fish. They were what, 6 pounders, 5
Absolutely.
pounders?
Yeah.
Every one of them. Every fish.
Yeah. Unreal.
Well, now, see, folks, what it is, it's the full moon coming up. Larry, if you would take this camera, watch out, be careful, don't touch anything. And what's happening, we got the full moon coming up right now, and this is the first week of February. Water temperature was down in the 50s, and what the good fishing is when it comes up over 70, like it's done, now we're like 74, 75 degrees, the fish are starting to spawn. But we're also, here's the deal, these fish are migrating. There's a canal here, right up here is a canal right underneath the water here, and it's about 3 or 4 feet deeper, and it's like a highway. And these fish are, as we've been here, we'd have a lull and nothing would happen. All of a sudden, we'd catch 2 or 3.
Yes, sir.
And then something else would happen. Well, I was also here 2 days ago with my son Scott, and we did the same thing. My son Scott and I. We didn't catch him at 8 pounds. We didn't have as big as what you got. And I told these guys, both Larry and Joe, I said, we're lucky if we catch an 8-pound bass. But, I kind of average an 8-pound bass this time of year. This is kind of the average, and today we've got 2 already. Should have had 3, maybe even 4.
Yeah.
Maybe even 4. That's how good the fishing is. 40 bass, it's not even noon. It's half the day is gone, and we've always had a fantastic time. Now, yesterday was pretty good. And we caught a lot of fish, but, we didn't have anything over 7 pounds yesterday. So you don't always have a big fish. And then also during the week, last Friday, I just wanted to mention, we had 220 shiners. The shiners were easier to catch. And we had a bite on every shiner. So that's how good that was. We had 2 big ones that day, like we have today. So anyway, the Headwaters is alive and well. And these guys, I fished with Joe. This is the second time we fished together.
Sir.
Well, what happened the first time? we didn't catch quite as many.
No, it was pretty good though. It was
We
pretty
caught
good.
some 4 and 5s,
That's about it.
but nothing over say
No.
5. But today, how many 5-pounders have we caught?
Countless. I
10
can't even tell
at
you.
least
More than that, I would
Yeah,
think.
yeah,
I would
more
definitely
than
think
10.
more than that.
We've really had a good day. It's really been a good day. Anyway, we're just let me just show you what we're doing. Okay, first of all, folks, there's 2 little things here. We're taking a free line, and maybe this would kind of show up on camera. And this is just a straight 65-pound test braid, okay? And we're coming into our shiner deal, and we're going to take our shiners right here. As soon as I get my net, I don't know where my little net is. Huh.
Is it on this side, Roland?
I don't know where my little net is. Oh, here's my little net. Okay. And I've been nose hooking for the most part. I've been nose hooking the shiner. Now, you know, this sounds crazy, but you don't have to have a big shiner. For example, you've been catching big shiners, but here's a small shiner. We've actually caught some big fish on a small shiner. I'll kind of nose hook them like this. Okay, that's one way. And now I'll take this free line, and I'm just gonna throw it out in the channel real quick. And Joe, I'm gonna hook you up with the float. So you get that float up front. So I'm gonna hook you up. So I'm gonna take the free line and I throw it out there, boom. And I got the clicker on a reel, and I'm gonna take Joe's rod, which is a different rod now. That's a free line 1 deal, and I'm gonna put a shiner on a float. Okay, and I'm gonna probably put a bigger shiner on. Let's see, we kind of run low on shiners. Let's see.
That didn't take long. You hooked up.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go get some more shiners, but I had some shiners in here.
Roland, you hooked
Are
up.
you hooked up? Look at this, it's already going. Look, it's going like crazy. Go ahead, Joe, take them. What happened? You got them, son?
Yep, I got him.
Okay, that's the free line. Let's see how big that one is.
In the weeds.
He's got one on. I haven't even got the float out, but the float's the same deal. He's
In the
got one
weeds
coming.
again.
He's got it
In
down
the
the
weeds
grass.
again.
He just has to keep pulling. Yeah, it's 65-pound braid. Why we have the 65-pound braid? Joe's a big, strong guy, and he's now putting a lot of pressure. That's a favorite rod, by the way. Look, I can see the fish. It's in the grass. It's in the grass. You can see right here. It's not a particularly big one. It's about a 4 or 5 pounder maybe, but that's what happens. That's just a little one. That's just a little bass, but he hit it. Now, there's another thing about this fish, and that's like one of the smallest ones we've caught all day, is that they sometimes swallow it. And what I do to prevent that with the circle hook that I have, I come through the gill and grab the hook right here and just turn it like that, and the hook comes right out. Okay, hooks right out. Hooks right out, and I'm going to take the shiner. Here's the other deal. Now that the shiner is all messed up, release the bass, and we can take another rod, which I have right here. It's a little spinning rod. And what we're doing with that thing that's so cool is that we're taking the dead shiners that we have, and we're taking the dead shiner now and hooking it out right in the back with a hook and throwing it out there. And we've caught about as many fish on the dead shiners today. In fact, Larry had caught 4 on that one shiner. We're throwing it out there, putting it in the rod holder, and going. In the meantime, I'm going to put another float deal on your deal. Okay, right here, I'll get a float rod. Let's see, right here. Where is that? Where's the float?
Oh, right here.
Oh.
See, I haven't.
Oh, that's the
free line one.
That's the free line.
Yeah, I think this is the rod, isn't it?
Oh, that's the rod.
Yep.
Okay, that's it. Okay, this is the rod with the float. I'm going to put one out and show you what I'm doing with that one. With the float rod, I'm just going to go through his nose like this, and see what happens. And what we're doing, the guys are throwing their own bait out there. That's fine. But anyway, we're just kind of showing the camera what we're doing. So anyway, it's really working out well. The fish are biting like crazy. You can just see in just a couple minutes. There's one on this one right now.
So, yep.
There's one on this one. It's a dead bait. That's the dead bait. That's the dead one. So you're talking about fish, a lot of action. I don't know how big he is. Oh, there it is, way out there. See him?
Good one.
He's jumping. He's a good one. But that's the kind of fishing that's going on right now. It's actually pandemonium. And he's in the grass, and it's a 4 or 5 pounder. Have to kind of just see him. On this rod, this little spinning rod, I only have 20-pound braid. So as they're in the grass, you got to really kind of be careful because it's kind of small. It's kind of medium-sized bass. That's a medium-sized bass. That's the kind of fishing we're having right now at Headwaters. This is close to 50 bass we've probably caught. A couple big giant ones. And if you notice, folks, that fish was on a dead shiner. That shiner was in bad shape. And look what happened. We got one. So anyway, I'll just want to tell you, I'm going to unhook this one real quick and just tell you that I don't think I've had a better day in a long time. This fishing is really red hot right now. So, okay, folks, if you want a trip of a lifetime, come on down. You ought to contact my wife, Judy Martin, at Judy M at fishingwithrolandmartin.com. I'll put you on some big bass. But anyway, that's what's happening in my world. Fish are biting and they're eating up big time. We'll see you again soon. Thanks for watching.